Hey guys, Becky Newby here again. One of the biggest misunderstandings of coaching is that people think that you have to be in your perfectly fit physical body in order to help others with their own health and fitness journeys and inspire others to get started. That is such a wrong impression of what this whole coaching thing is all about. So I want to share my health and fitness journey with you guys so you understand where I came from. The beauty of this whole thing is that we are all on different walks and paths of life. We've come from different places, we've got different goals, we have a different place that we're headed and want to be. But the most amazing thing about this is that even though we're all different, we are still on the same mission. We're on a mission to stick together, to support and help each other, and to become the best selves that we can be. So my journey starts way back. I had self-esteem and body issues since I was like 9-10 years old. It started very young. I always felt fat. I know that's terrible to say, a 9-10-year-old, but it's the truth. It was when like body image was just kind of really starting to come out with like the belly button and the fit and thin girls on TV and in the magazines, and it was just starting to really take a toll on my self-esteem. So it didn't matter at all in my life what shape I was in, how much I weighed, what I looked like, what size I was in. I always felt like I needed to lose and change my body. So in high school, I started to go to the gym. I was going to the gym 2 hours a day, every day after school. I loved the way I felt after. I loved the high about it. You just feel better about yourself. I was sleeping better. I had more energy. I loved it. But I was not seeing like barely any results. That had a lot to do with my nutrition. First off, I didn't really know what I should have been doing in the gym, like different exercises and stuff, but it had mostly to do with my nutrition. Back then, I thought that fruit snacks were healthier for you, and diet pop and those 100-calorie snack packs were like the cookies and the chips. Those were healthy for you. I was on this thing where I thought I was driven by calories. So the less calories and the less fat something, it must be good for you, when I had no understanding about good nutrition. So I met my husband when I was 18 years old, and we got close quickly, and we got, when you just let your guard down and you get comfortable with somebody, that happened very early in our relationship, and it just continued to expand. So we got married, and it really hit. We were eating junk in front of the TV all the time, and just to veg out after a long day. And we didn't care about our appearance really anymore. We did, but we were so comfortable that it was not good. Anyway, so I ended up packing on more pounds, and then I had tried everything during this time to lose weight. I tried wraps, I tried pills, I tried drops, like those HCG drops, and I actually was on diet pills when I was in high school. So I was always give me the quick fix, I need to lose this weight right now, and just I don't want to work for it, or I didn't know how to work for it. So fast forward a little bit, I was pregnant with our first kid, and I thought that I could eat whatever I wanted to. Now, this is going to sound really weird, but I didn't gain any weight during my pregnancy. I had really bad morning sickness when the second trimester hit, and I barely could eat anything. I was on pills to help me stomach some food. They were worried about the baby. So when I gave birth to my son, I could have walked out of that hospital in the same jeans I had before I was pregnant, just because I didn't gain any extra weight. That didn't mean that I didn't have any weight to lose. I was unhealthy, I was unfit, I was tired all the time, and it was not fun. So I will never forget when we took Weston to his 6-month-old checkup. The doctor was talking to us about how to feed him, like what foods are the healthiest and how much he should have, and just so he gets the nutrients he needs. And it was that moment that I realized that I can tell him anything I want and what to do. But unless I show him a healthy lifestyle, he's probably not going to adapt to it. I had to start setting an example for him as opposed to going on in life just telling him what to do. So at that moment, I started talking to my doctor about nutrition and health, and that I was tired and that I didn't feel okay in my skin. I never felt okay in my skin. There's got to be something I can do. I also have a family history of depression, and I was being looked at by my doctor, just kind of monitored about early signs of depression after I had Weston, just because I was tired and I was really moody, and my head was foggy, and I was not in a happy place, even though I should have been so happy with this baby. He was the only thing in my life that I felt was going right. So the depression thing I thought was just something I was going to have to deal with my entire life, because that's what my family had to do. And the more I talked to her about nutrition and fitness and exercise, the more strongly I felt about it. So she explained to me how much of what food groups to eat, and that I should be exercising 30 minutes a day. It didn't matter what it was, walking, whatever. So I had this set in my mind. I was finally in a position in my life that health was the most important thing. And that was enough drive for me to stick with it. Losing weight and getting a bikini body and trying to compete with anybody else never stuck. So when I started to realize the real meaning of why I should be doing these things because of health, and to show my family and my son an example, that's when things started to click. So I was doing Pinterest workouts. I was walking every day. I would do like 25 jumping jacks, then push-ups, then crunches when my kid was napping to get that in. I would eat something healthy before I indulged in a treat, and most of the time I didn't want the treat. So I ended up losing about 15 to 20 pounds by myself, just doing those simple changes. I wanted insanity so badly. I had saw an infomercial about it, and I was like, that's what I need to do. It'll get me like in shape and healthy and looking like, so I can be proud of my body. But my husband did not I don't want to say he didn't believe in me, but I didn't even believe in myself. He didn't believe that I would stick with it, because I never really, besides in high school, I never really worked out. I never went to a gym. I never stuck with anything long enough. So before I shelled out that $180 at Walmart, I had no idea about Beachbody. I had no idea about coaching. I had no idea about challenge packs or Shakeology, but I wanted that fitness program. So I made a pact to myself that if I could stick with this healthy lifestyle for the summer, that I would earn that insanity program so I could start it. So I stuck with it. That's where I lost the 15 to 20 pounds. I think it took me about 4 months, maybe 5 months to lose it. I bought Insanity. I randomly found a coach through a like page. She told me about Shakeology, and I am like the #1 skeptic person you'll ever meet. I was like, no, I'm not doing Shakeology. It is a quick fix. I'm done with products. I'm just going to do this the healthy way by eating smart and exercising. So I bought Insanity, and she added me to one of her challenge groups. They definitely helped keep me going and motivated. I did not have Shakeology, so I still struggled with my nutrition a little bit. But I found out by doing that intense program that I had 3 disintegrating discs in my lower back, one that was just about compressed. I struggled with back pain at least once a month. It was just about unbearable. And it would be when I would do anything like that. So anyway, I was told by the chiropractor that I would never be able to do any sort of fitness ever again. I'd have to walk on a treadmill, and I would never be able to go for walks in the country, which is where we live. And it was devastating. I remember like crying because I thought, I finally found this. I finally found my happiness in this, and now you're going to take it away from me. So it was so frustrating, but I kept researching about this whole disintegrative disc syndrome, and I found that I learned that a strong core will help your back in this specific situation. So I contacted my coach at the time. It's not my coach that I have now. And I told her what happened, and she told me that the 21-day fix was launching in 2 days, and that would be a good program for me because it was lower impact. There was a modifier. Nutrition is the hugest part in this whole journey, and Insanity didn't have the best dialed in nutrition plan that I personally needed. And I ordered it. I ordered the 21-day fix without Shakeology because I had every excuse in the book. I wasn't going to try it because it was a protein shake, and it was something that I'd never be able to go off of because I'd gain all the weight back, and I couldn't afford it. And I was so skeptical of this stuff. So anyway, I finally, because I had trouble getting that nutrition really in line, I finally started to research Shakeology, and I found out that it's not a protein shake. It was actually basically a shake that was all the best foods in the world, 80 superfoods, juiced and then dried in this convenient, delicious powder that you could mix and drink on a daily basis. It was a health shake. It wasn't a protein shake. And the more research I did, the more I realized that, hey, this is something I'm willing to try, even though we could not afford it. We had no fluff in our budget. So anyway, I ended up ordering it, and I absolutely fell in love with it because it was crushing my cravings. I was able to push through the program like no other. I should back up a little bit because I got on Shakeology, and I was having so much trouble keeping with the program because I didn't have a source of support. I was doing it by myself. My coach had quit, and the person that she referred me to did not get in contact with me. So I ended up finding my upline, or I should say my upline found me. My coach found me, and I kept seeing her posting about her journey, and I was so intrigued about what she was doing. And then she posted a challenge group post, and I wanted in that group because I knew I had this 21-day fix. I had Shakeology, but I just couldn't do it by myself. So she signed me up under herself. I got into her challenge group. I was able to crush through those 3 weeks. I had no cheat meals. I felt incredible. It was only 21 days. I felt empowered. The challenge groups, waking up to that post from my coach telling me that I can do this and I'm strong enough and it will be worth it. Plus, losing like 4 pounds within the first 3-4 days. How can it get much better than that? I never saw the scale budge. I never saw a lot of my inches budge. And I didn't even know to take goodbye pictures or before pictures when I was going to the gym. So to have all of this information and these resources and the support and recipes and just everything bundled up in this amazing group, that was the difference maker. That, like, the program was awesome, and it was so straightforward, but I proved to myself that I couldn't do it without support. So that I finished my 21 days. I lost 12.5 pounds. I lost 6.5 inches. My pictures were like crazy different, and I felt so empowered. I loved the challenge group. I was in there every day, and it just changed my life. So that is why I feel so strongly as a coach, is because I got so much from my coach. I got so much from her groups. I had such success, and I wanted to pay that forward. I've been gone on, I haven't had any back issues really for the last year and a half. When I did the 21-day fix, it was about a year ago in May. 2 years ago in May. So it's been just about 2 years since I started my journey. I haven't had any back issues. I've completed programs such as P90X3, Insanity Max 30, which was high impact. I've done Hammer and Chisel, PiYo, and the list goes on. The 21-day fix extreme, I finished that with, I lost another 11 pounds with that, and I lost 4.5 inches. And these programs are they're amazing. They've got everything you need bundled up in one package, plus your coach, plus your challenge groups, and it was just the absolute game changer for me. So I've gone on 2 years with doing all of these intense programs, some of the most difficult programs that are out there, and I've done with no problems with my back. So it just proved to me that taking care of yourself is the best way to help all of these things. My depression symptoms are officially gone. I have so much more energy. I am a better parent because I just have more patience, and I have a better understanding, and I'm just, my whole entire life has changed physically and mentally because of these programs. And I'm just so blessed to be able to share this solution with others. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my story. I just want you guys to know that it doesn't matter what shape you're in now, as long as you are on a journey to be your best self and wanting to help others do the same, then there is no reason why you shouldn't be a coach. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you guys got a little bit out of this, and this helped you understand me a little better and where I came from. Okay, guys,